Good afternoon. We are Group 11, consisting of John Laristis, Philip Cam, Jovan Kovacevic, and Matthew McKechnie. From our previous research with our eating in public and at home assessment, we have discovered that despite COVID-19, people are eating out in public while social distancing. People have incorporated fast food into their daily lives because it is convenient and more often than not quick, hence why it has caused many unhealthy eating habits. Using the results data we had discovered and collected from our previous research with our previous assessments data and research, we've started to create a thesis on how we can reduce unhealthy eating habits and overspending on fast food in public spaces. We started this thesis by critiquing our past assessments to see what areas we could improve on. Once we did this, it was then a simple matter of deciding on and creating a new central problem statement. The main problem statement that we came up with and strove to walk towards was how can we encourage healthy eating and avoid overspending habits? We broke this question down into two essential parts, the two parts being the factors of overspending and the factors of healthy change. We broke the factors of overspending down into two separate subsidiary questions. These questions were how are people currently managing their daily life spendings, and how can people's habits of overspending improve? Once we decided on our subsidiary questions, we then went to conducting first-hand research. The other aspect from the problem statement that we broke down into two subsidiary questions was how we could encourage healthy eating. We broke this question down into two small subsidiary questions, being what is making people overeat and how can we influence more healthy habits of people.
With considerations to the questions above, our first research method will utilize the questionnaire. This approach would gauge an idea into people's livelihood and spendings. After we focus on overeating, we conduct secondary research into why overeating occurs through online articles, scholar websites, and professional studies. We've also reassessed our previous problem statement and established what questions to come up with through foresight strategy and reflecting on our past strategies. The questionnaire was carried out to examine how people went about their lives, as well as find out about people's spendings and habits. With the results, majority of people surveyed agreed that they spend $100 on average on food. Some spend over $250 due to family care and other duties of care. Others agree when they have money in cash, they're inclined to overspend on food and other unnecessities.
Through research, we have found that there are three main causes of overeating. These are stress, environment, and social influences. Experiments done on animals with high emotional and physical stress have shown sugar and fat-rich foods dampen stress-related responses, hence why people crave over sugar and fat-filled foods. The environment of an individual affects their eating behavior and dietary choices, as even though they are given the choice of what to eat. Most commonly, it is a choice of healthy or unhealthy eating lifestyles. It's been discovered that our eating behaviors are influenced by society. Studies found suggest our dietary choices tend to converge with those around us. So if someone is already eating unhealthily, we're likely to start inheriting eating habits like them. There are many methods that have been used to influence healthier eating. Promoting the negative side effects of eating unhealthily has been used to great success as it educates the public about the consequences of eating unhealthily. School canteens and education systems have introduced a healthily eating policy that National Healthy School Canteens a decade back to start limiting the amounts of food containing sugar and introduce more natural ingredients and foods into canteens for kids for healthier lives. There are methods that can improve healthy living. These methods include reducing sugar intake, drinking plenty of water, minimizing fast food consumption, exercising regularly, and eating more vegetables and lean meats.
Factors of overspending. We've concluded on the fact the majority of people cap their weekly spending at $100 for food, while others spend more money weekly for buying groceries. Some people are happy with spending, while the majority prefers to save up their money. Circumstances of work affect overspending. Time crunch under breaks and working on the job can influence someone to resort to convenience, which is often costly. Recommendations: ways to reduce spending by design and normal ways. Create a daily credit card capping service. This way customers are only allowed to spend their daily limit. Save by buying more fresh produce to cook. Design a budget meal prep book next to produce when shopping and buying frozen foods. Frozen foods are low cost and can last a long time. We can use the newly gained data on overeating and eating unhealthily from our research, along with the data from our previous assessments research, to come up with a solution that encourages people to eat healthier. To remedy the issue, introduce the recommended portion size label on food products, reduce large serving sizes, and introduce recommended serving weight. There are so many methods to reduce overeating in fast food restaurants. These methods include reduce the carbs and increase the fibers of food. This way people will be full and not overeat. Increase nutrient-dense foods in food places, eating in portions, and using food apps to track your macros in foods. For the final result, we wanted to have a solution that both encouraged people to eat healthier and reduce overspending when eating. Future research into this will require personal interviews, close observations of what people are paying for, and constant designing. Thank you.